Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the players for women's singles.
欢迎女子运动员入场。
Wang Chuqin, the man looking to win the World Cup for the first time in his life, takes on the champion of the champions, Chongqing, Felix Lebrun, next here in the round of 16. I don't need to tell you to stay with us for this one. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the player for men's singles.
欢迎男子运动员入场。
Representing France, Felix Lebrun.
He's a player who's not short of fans in China, but Felix Lebrun knows, the 19-year-old, that this time the cheers will not be for him. Here they come for his opponent.
Representing China, Wang Chuqin.
He's used to them, but he now walks past the Evans Cup that he is desperate to win. A player who has been so dominant in recent times in world table tennis, wanting to put together a run to a win that has eluded him in World Cup table tennis. This is Wang Chuqin, 25 years old, playing arguably the best he's ever played, the #1 in the world, the top seed, and the man who, when this draw came out against Felix Lebrun, might have thought, that might have been a better draw, because Lebrun has been in great form. The Frenchman on a 7-match winning streak. He's only one away from 150 career ITTF and WCQ victories, is Felix Lebrun. But he knows that there's no harder opponent right now than the man who has dominated their rivalry. 6-0 is the way that stands in terms of a head-to-head. Most recent meeting at the Singapore Smash 2026 in the semi-final there, a 4-1 win. Prior to that, the closest it's ever been was an incredible encounter at the United States Smash in Las Vegas last year. Won 11-9 in the 7th by Wang Chuqin. Both players will have memories of that match. Last instructions now from Wang Hao, the legendary player, to Wang Chuqin, the man who would be a legend, who would pick up a World Cup, desperate to do so. Fraser Riley's with us for this one. I can't say how excited we've been ever since that draw was made.
I mean, there's bound to be some titanic clashes with the depth across the men's game, but this one stood out above them all. The champion of the champions, Chongqing, against the world #1. This will be incredible for sure.
This side.
All right, and taking charge of this one, the honor is with Poland's Robert Oleński. Krzysztof Kajga is the assistant for this match. With the greatest respect to everybody else, the minute the draw was made, this was the one that everyone was talking about, largely because it's Felix Lebrun at 19, coming off the back of an absolutely superb performance in Chongqing, but he's had to work so hard here. Two tough opponents, Feng Yixin and Anton Schoberg, and he got through, averaging 4.5 games in that stage 1.
Yeah, Feng Yixin denied him last year, a 2-all draw in that different format. Tough win against the Swede Schoberg. Here's Chuqin, who's won a World Championships, who wants to be a Grand Slam champion. The World Cup, the key ingredient in doing that.
Let's have a look at what we've seen from him here. He had two really entertaining matches against Edwin Ionescu and Finn Lu, both of whom played really well against him, but such is the quality of the man that he didn't drop games. However, the step up now, as I said just a few minutes ago, this is not a draw that he would have welcomed, you would imagine. Yes, he has a 6-0 record, but Felix is playing so well at the moment, confident at the moment, isn't he?
He's just taken the last major. He defeated the player who Wang Chuqin was unable to in Chongqing, Sora Matsushima. And with all the extra pressure of Chuqin being the last Chinese player standing in the men's singles with the World Championships just around the corner, this is a big match. He's going to have to back up what he said after winning the Champions Macao.
Which was?
Even though we're a young team, we're still Team China, and we're still the best. Well, I tell you what, if there's no Chinese players in the quarter-final of the men's singles, that would be under scrutiny.
Everywhere you go here, the merchandise is on sale, and of course that means all of the Wang Chuqin branded merch that has the word hope written on it. That's what he's known as, but he is the last hope for the men's team, for Team China, after an attritional World Cup so far for their other hopefuls. Wen Reibo, the latest to fall by the wayside. But if you had to pin your hopes on one player, it would be this guy.
First game, level reserve, level. Level one.
What does Chuqin do to Felix that makes life so hard for Felix in these matches?
The most handcuffing server and receiver in the game. And a forehand-orientated style that is so dismissive. He can test the forehand recovery of LeBron and ding-dong all day long. He's a third ball attack maestro, Wang Chuqin.
And he's on the attack right from the get-go, to the screams of the fans here in the Galaxy Arena.
He's going to have to use this raucous crowd to his advantage. He's going to have to ride this wave against the man who surfed his way to the top in Chongqing.
1-2.
He's made the sharper start, but Felix has made a stern stuff. Physically, he's evolved. He's a great athlete. And he has a maverick quality to him that sometimes can upset the best, even from Team China.
If you would have told any table tennis fan that right now the world #1 pen holder would be a young Frenchman with peach fuzz on his face, you wouldn't believe it.
He was a bit unhappy with the noise there, Felix. He's going to have to cope with this, and the umpires are going to have to help him as well. There was just a lot of bleed over then into the start of that point.
He put over 10 kilograms on in a year, Felix Lebrun. Incredible reverse penalty backhand. So close to the table. He has improved the forehand though, Lebrun. As you can see, the timing is earlier, and that gives Wang Chuqin a harder time of things.
But look where Wang's putting it when he can, into an awkward area for Felix. It's been notable right from the start of this one.
Like I say, Wang Chuqin is forehand orientated, Felix is fairly backhand orientated, so Wang's going to play it into that crossover. Middle wide will be a key ingredient. You've got to try and keep it away from the backhand of Lebrun, who can switch you so well.
When you think back to that Singapore smash, not that long ago, and a 4-1 win, that was the play. That was where he put it, drilled it time and time again into that crossover. And Felix just didn't have any answers, going down 4-1.
Felix Lebrun got to the semi-final of the Olympic Games, his home Olympics, and that was how Fan Zhendong played him as well, harassing that crossover section. If he wants to be a world #1, a world champion, as even Ma Long thought he could, that's the area that he's going to try and protect.
On the plus side, we just saw something he does so well. Even Chuqin second-guessing the direction from Felix there, who can flick at the last moment.
Felix's quality inside the table is sensational.
6-5.
You can see it there with the flick, but his touch, his push, so much oomph coming into the ball, digging it so heavily, so quickly and deep. That will make it harder for Wang Chuqin to crack a forehand when the ball comes long. Whoa, the speed.
6-all.
Ferocious.
We got a match on here.
You saw it from the bird's eye view, it was just a blur, the ball. This is next level stuff.
Yeah, it was impossible to overhype this match. And that's good. He's going to have to wait till he's ready.
Left.
Or at least Felix
6-all.
needs to know, and he needs to be supported by the umpires, that he will only go when the crowd is ready.
6-7.
Just flip the table.
So far he seems to be keeping decent pace with Chuqin. Look at that, the backhand flick, and then he got back behind the ball to play another.
Into the table, flicking on the forehand, but not this time, Felix.
From where we're sat here in the booth, you look down and it's an entourage, a sea of Chinese coaches, training partners, all the players. This new generation, this young men's team, under a lot of pressure right now.
Talking about those coaches, over on the other side, the French were all there for Yuan Jianan, but they were a dispirited bunch when she just got shaded right at the end of that seventh by Hannah Goda. Now they need to get themselves up and get behind their man.
Oh. 7-9.
He backs himself as having the best serves in the game, Chuqin. With Felix becoming a little bit more accustomed with them.
8-9.
He's back now to 8-9.
Man, it is going ape in here.
Tumult in the arena. And now it goes a bit quiet.
Well, he took the first game in the Singapore semi-final, didn't he, LeBron?
12-10 it was. Could be something similar here because we're at 9-all. But it's the first opportunity for Wang Chuqin. A chance to grab the first game. Crucially, he's serving. Clever.
Fought for his life, Chuqin. He was unlucky there, but credit to LeBron for pinning him down that backhand side with consecutive blows.
You're right. Great defense. Not many players could have hung in there. It was an outfoxing play.
11-10.
What did that hit?
Chuqin with a subtle apology there. Felix had a bit of missed contact to save game point, so he can't be complaining.
Game point number 2 for the world number 1. Ooh, so good in the table, isn't he?
Well, that was half one, but nifty from Felix. Great shot over the table with the open racket face into the middle of Chuqin.
11-all. Oh, his pinning Chuqin could be the decisive factor in this.
That
this
backhand
game
is becoming too hot to handle for everybody right now. He lets it rip.
Game point, LeBron. Again.
11. Game to LeBron.
He knows where Chu Chin's not comfortable. No one would be comfortable. And he's almost silenced this packed arena. Felix Lebrun, and remember how far behind he was, 9-6 in that game.
Early twist in this tale. A quiet bravo from Nat Molan. Any optimism must remain guarded. From Felix's perspective, you have to expect a response from the world champion here.
Because he's been here before, he's taken the first. Now, what about the reaction from the world number one?
The hopes of China resting on the shoulders of Lionheart.
Second game, 1-2-3 to
The weight
serve.
of history hanging in the air. You're watching the ITTF World Cup coming to you live and direct from Macao, China. And Felix Lebrun
Love one.
draws first blood here against Wang Chuqin. Hugo Calderano, the thrill from Brazil, defeated Chuqin in a titanic 7-game clash last year here. But when was the last time we didn't see a Chinese player on the podium? LeBron keeps his lead. Whoa, the flick from Felix. He's on fire, LeBron. Look at the tight touch. Comes in, swerves it, curves it wide. With the Chuqin forehand. The last time we ever saw a men's World Cup where no Chinese man stood on the podium was in 1999. 27 years ago.
Flat 2-6.
Is the occasion getting to Chuqin, John?
Oh, funnily enough, we spoke about this earlier on and talked about the fact that he's the last man standing and how would he feel about that pressure? Would he rise to it and say, well, it's because I'm the best? But on the evidence of this right now, and let's give all the credit to Felix, this is a problem. Oh!
7-3.
It's a very interesting talking point. If you are going to be the number one, you have to have everything that comes with it. But remember, the fact he is the last one standing is not a situation of his making. It's on the team, isn't it? It's on the depth of the talent. And remember, there's no Lin Shidong here at the World Cup this year. But it's early yet.
Oh yeah, still table that. What a block from Chu Chin. He's clawing his way back into the second game.
Timeout, LeBron.
Timeout. He's gone early with the timeout now after this rally, this recovery from Chu Chin. It's pitch inside this. I think we'll hear netball out here. Just about.
On va basculer un poil plus vers l'avant pour le but. Le point qu'il a gagné dans les chances, parce que moi je recule, mais aussi il a limite quand même. Mais toi, il faut que tu maintiennes un peu cette présence, tu vises vers l'avant, qui fait que après il va passer. Que tu vas pouvoir en catch une ou deux. Évidemment, c'est pas tout, c'est pas, mais le fait de faire ça, en fait,
Wang Hao, 2009 world champion, three-time Olympic finalist, head coach, China's men's team. To pass down some needed words of wisdom.
What has Felix been building this on so far in this match? You mentioned the backhand earlier.
Beautiful variation with the serves, quality receiving, getting in where he can, great timing on both wings, playing it against the momentum of Chu Chin, using the parallels to his advantage. I mean, look at this. He couldn't do that a year or two ago, Felix. He couldn't do that against Chu Chin. Good with the backhand, but the forehand, much improved. Whoa. Feeling. Whoa! That is insane from Felix Lebrun. How has he just played that reverse panel backhand? Recovers the net with the chop. That is majestic.
Is that the shot of the World Cup?
7-9.
Talk about drawing the sting. Wang Chu Chin, right on the white paint.
He's back within 1 point. They're on their feet. Omar's in the middle of them.
Please play. Let 8-9.
Oh, wow. It's only the second game. Oh my. 9-all.
So clutch, fanning backhand from Chu Chin. What an incredible fight from Lionheart here. He's taking on a Felix Lebrun who's playing even better than in Chongqing right now. And it's 9-all.
Oh, he's now got himself in front. We wondered what the pressure would do. We wondered what the situation would do. He could crumble or he could just go from strength to strength. This is bringing out the very best in the world's best. Game point.
11-9. Going to 1-2.
Come on! Minerals.
You can't believe anyone would have doubted Chuchin, let's put it that way. But the fact of the matter is that he knew he had this in him. He was a long way back and staring at the prospect of losing a second game. Now, this is all to play for again.
没有什么球能拉死人。对呀，你一定要改这种相处，相处你出速，他就是质量了，是吧？拉丢一个或者人家就有点意思，我给他了。对呀，主要是给他了，没问题，对不对？先拉到上8比7、8比6，他给他鼓掌，对吧？没问题，是吧？自己首先不能软啊，自己知道反恐的，他有不飞的，别拱着去，摁他、背他、反拉都行，对不对？包括8米球队下，转久了，或者转久防守拉远都行，拉远都行，拉远都行。另外呢，还有跟前期对。 Oh, come on, come on.
We've been building up to this one for 2 days now, ever since we knew the draw. And it's living up to expectations and then some. 1-1. Wang Chuqin with a comeback in the second game, featuring some scintillating play, but maybe the shot of the tournament from his opponent.
It looked like it was written in the stars for Felix Lebrun here in the Galaxy Arena when he played that backhand, but now they're not so sure.
And look where he goes again. Whenever he can. Making life uncomfortable for the world #1, but he's doing the same to Lebrun.
They're both backing themselves so heavily in the serve. Maybe it'll come down to who gets the edge in the receive.
Oh, he was off.
1-2.
Just shifted the balance there and couldn't get back on the touch.
Touch of an angel.
It's not often you see Chuqin wrong-footed.
Taking a step off that table, Chuqin, and asserting his dominance. Keeping his weight forward with the backhand.
Oh,
3-2.
gets a break.
Oh,
2-4.
Wow. This is a weapon.
Serve is just unreal. The variations, the wavelengths that he's thinking on, the pattern recognition and how good he is. Felix.
Listen to Wang Hao. That was the most animated conversation I think we've ever seen him have with a player just now.
It's up there. I mean,
Very animated.
I'm getting flashbacks to the Olympics here, John. I'm getting flashbacks to Fan Zhendong when he was the last man standing.
2-5.
Trust me, that was something to behold.
Yeah, you're right. When everything's riding on them, in the biggest, and you don't get bigger than these events, that's when they know what it matters, what it means. A shake of the head from the world #1. Stupendous play. Look at him, he's jumping into that.
He's taking on the Chuqin forehand with his reverse penalty backhand.
Left 6-2.
This ultimately for me.
So who's the Lionheart here?
Well, this is ultimately for me, John. And this is serious. This is really serious. This is Chuqin's chance to make amends for Paris. I'm sure, deep down, this is what he'll be feeling. That loss against Moragard in the singles. What it meant for the next 6 months, the turbulence of Chuqin's career.
Yeah.
How he had to bounce back, and the way he did. It's all led to this.
But look at Felix, look at the scoreboard again. Drops! A beauty!
4-7.
Talk about the touch of an angel.
Look how he meets this.
That was heavenly.
Just on the half volley, on the bounce, on the up. That is exquisite. Whoa. We're getting contenders for shot at the tournament every game here.
Is he going to come back again, Wang Chuqin?
8-4.
19 years of age, John.
And he's playing like a grizzled, seasoned pro. You can't keep coming back. Surely, the law of averages says that.
What we saw in that last match from Goda was a miracle. Divine intervention.
She said so herself, didn't she? One of the most incredible post-match interviews. Oh, let. Oh, for a moment, I wondered what the call was from the chair.
9-4.
9-4.
Brum won't be too worried regardless. He's got some cushion.
Okay. This is where Wang Chuqin could strike a massive blow. If somehow he fights back again, as he did. Well, that would be not soul-destroying, but it would certainly lead to some questioning and self-doubt, even in this brilliant young player.
Even from 2-1 down, Chuqin would still be strong favourite. If he steals this game, it'd be such a bad deja vu for Felix.
Yeah.
It'd feel almost certain, almost inevitable.
This is where character is forged, a hostile crowd, the world #1. And a string of points that have gone just like that to bring Chuqin back within one. That is what he needed. Look at his coach.
Eyes of the tiger.
Because Chuqin threw it all in there.
That comes as a massive bit of relief. Huge respite, because at 9-0 the nerves would be jangling. I guess they still are.
Backhand again. He's backing himself. But Chuqin to serve, 8-10. Oh, is it happening again? That's the direction that's worked so well for Felix Lebrun throughout this match. Exquisite. When all around him people are losing their heads, he kept his.
I'm getting so many flashbacks to various moments. Glitches in the matrix that have threatened the Chinese domination of table tennis. Tomokazu Haramoto, what he did at the World Team Championships in Chengdu back in 2022. Similar kind of pressure here on Team China. Felix Lebrun takes the lead.
对不对？你看他这个位置他就多了，他没有想法的，他就跟着我5个手马上要冷，但是不能整，他发这个球准的，他往上有点拧中间，后面挺好，要过，他这一排这样过，而且不能给拉到甩手，一样是不能过拉的啊，不行，啊，没关系，还是先进啊。
Here we go. Game 4. I'm going to bring up something you said a few moments ago, Fraser. You said even at 1-2 down, Chu Chin's still the favorite. You're going to have to talk about this.
Yeah, die on that hill jump. Insane levels. Oh my goodness, LeBron. Down the line, sublime. The timing on this forehand has come on leaps and bounds, John. And that makes him bulletproof in so many more ways than what he was a year or two ago. But what I was saying, Chu Chin's never lost to LeBron. 6 out of 6, the closest coming in Las Vegas. He still is the favorite here, Chu Chin. But if LeBron won this game, well, that could be a different story.
I hear you. It's a convincing argument. You can't really argue against history, against head-to-head too much. However, you can say, as you've been saying consistently, LeBron has come on so much. So maybe you discard some of that history. And he's a different beast now.
We got to the final of the China Smash. Chu Chin beat him there in Shogun Park. But LeBron has just taken a major title in China. The last major event before this. What the hell is going on?
What is going on is a match worthy of a final. And it's coming in the round of 16 here in Macau.
Great serve.
Into out with the forehand.
Usually that forehand, that punishing forehand of Chu Chin is enough to knock down anybody a peg or two. But Felix, whoa.
He's putting him in some difficult positions. The right foot just sliding there. Oh, quick on the back end. Oh, he's reliving it. 3-time World Cup champion. He's out there playing it, hitting every ball.
Living vicariously through Lionheart. Miss serve from Felix.
And that is gold dust in this match. A point as cheap as that.
The hook from Chu Chin. Wonderful action on that ball. I was amazed by the touch of Felix. And it went on 3 or 4 more bludgeoning shots. This shot here, racket above the head, coming around the side of it, letting the ball drop to get dwell. Man.
He's got to be careful here, Felix. If he's a little bit too passive, pushing or whatever it might be, this guy's swarming him now.
That serve has so many questions. 134 rotations per second.
Oh.
4-7.
Just snuck it past him, but it hit the top edge of LeBron's racket. And the crowd making one here.
But it's going to be Chu Chin now, a flip of the narrative. Previous 2 games, he's had to fight back. Now he's asking the Frenchman to do it.
In terms of spotting patterns, that's right, John. He's just getting Felix to pull away from that table, as Wang Hao instructed. Getting him back, testing the recovery, pressuring both wings. Keeping him at arm's length.
Superb. Took him wide, too wide for comfort. And look at that face. Tells you all you need to know.
There's not just pressure on Chu Chin, there's pressure on the national team, there's pressure on Wang Hao. Chin Chichen, Wong Li Chin.
He's just missed it.
It's a beautiful purple patch here from Wong Chi-chin. This will come as a massive relief.
Takes him to 6 game points to level at 2-all. But Felix has other ideas. He won't give this away. He mustn't give this game away. Has to believe, because a comeback now would be incredible. But it's not going to happen.
11-5. Going to Wong Chi-chin.
Wong Chi-chin absolutely believing now, and maybe saying, why didn't I do this earlier?
I'll tell you what, he talks that talk, but he can walk that walk.
He wins a big game, 11-5, and bounce back. And they're all square again.
开这种是正常的这种感觉，这才是完全打出来了这种感觉。这个一件事要解决，就是飞出去的人，高这个发球这个人要有长短节，能让他站不住，不能他前期的这个来回跺起再回着。我有第二下不好摆，那我就干脆下去，对吧？他反手正手去拉你正手，其实你放慢去反拉到中间没问题。谁你反手叭就得用正手了，就得右转，好吧？让他这个就完了之后，他再退一步再一块完了再把他推出去。他现在全把节奏什么打你上来，不是给你比，他就是把故意给你往直线拉，让你这种去干。 但是咱们这个很厉害，好吧？啊，不能小心啊！还有人啊，先别啊！
This is white knuckle stuff. This is sheer, raw, unadulterated emotion. Which of these two players, I wonder, plays best under these circumstances?
That's $1 million question, John.
This game, LeBron to serve, level.
An emotional match from Chi-chin. Oh my goodness. No. In he comes with the RPB. This is just different levels here from what we've seen across the whole week's play. Look at that Molan. Yeah.
This is table tennis from another planet inside the Galaxy Arena. You're right, we haven't seen anything like this.
It might not be possible for Felix to deny Chi-chin a couple of opening attacks, but he has to try and get back into that table as close as he can. He won't lie down. He won't give in. He has to try to save face.
Felix is made of incredible stuff, forged in the fiery atmosphere of Montpellier. And it's standing up here to the test. The sternest test in the game right now.
The yellow card. I imagine they're just trying to get their breath back here. The time that they're allowed between points might not be enough, because these two are coming all guns blazing.
It's always tough when you've got the crowd, as they have as well.
That's the thing, you've got to wait.
You've got to be sympathetic to it, haven't you?
You do.
And he's also, and I feel sorry for him, because he always waits out of respect to the opponent as well.
He does, Chi-chin, he does.
But he brushes it off, gets on with things.
He's got enough on his plate already, the world champion. He doesn't want to let that yellow card affect him. Misses by a whisker, very nearly. Double happiness for Felix to hit the net, nearly hit the edge.
I'm just trying to remember the last time Chi-chin faced this kind of a challenge, a situation. Yes, she's been beaten recently, but this is quite something. This feels bigger than just a match.
As much as the champions, Chongqing was important, with it being an event where all of the Chinese Hall of Famers had entered, with it being so close to the World Championships. With respect to that event, this is the World Cup. I don't think he's ever been in a situation like this before, as the last Chinese player standing.
Yeah. because he was stunned by Sora in the quarterfinal. And of course, the Chinese lad went all the way to the final. But you're right, he's all on his own. He's carrying the hopes and dreams and expectations, more importantly, of the country.
Like I said, he's looking to make amends in the Paris Olympics in the men's singles, Chuchin. He wants a World Cup. He's got the World Championships. He wants a Grand Slam, and he wants to deny somebody else it.
And here is a call on the service from the assistant umpire, Christoph Geiger. Faulted on service angle.
So he's given a yellow, and moments later he's faulted a serve.
It was the other umpire, wasn't it? The yellow came from the chair umpire.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, for Chuchin. This is Christoph Geiger made the call. The assistant umpire made the service call here.
Moment of truth.
And it is, in fact, a fault. The challenge fails for Felix.
4-5.
It's a point for Chuchin.
Stop. Wait a second, wait a second.
Listen to him.
Whoa! That's what he does. An all or nothing spin away cartwheel shot. Look where he ends up.
We see it in his doubles play with Sun Ying Shao. We see it in his singles play, but he was so far back when he took that on, and it was a light beam. Decimation.
And then a point for the Frenchman to bring him within one. Alexis looks on, he's made it through already. His match was complete contrast. It was entertaining against Poirier. Yes, it got intense and he had to dig deep, but
it's different. LeBron has done well again on receive against Chuchin's serves. That's twice now. It's a receiver's game at the minute.
Yeah.
Interesting. For the forehand flick.
He's done a great job of calming things down, slowing things down.
Left 6 all.
That came off the back of a euphoric reaction to a stunning Chuchin winner.
Oh, look how he glides through the ball here. Nullifies the spin on it. Excellent hands from the big man. Into the crossover. Perfect placement.
There is so much table tennis knowledge amongst that crowd of players and coaches, and they all celebrate and acknowledge the quality of that play.
Dialed in. That is the combination to unlock the safe.
And now frustration for the Frenchman, who's in a bit of trouble. A spot of bother, 3 down. But we've seen him here before, and he's found answers.
It's as good as a must-win point for LeBron. And he loses it. Great serve from Chuchin, just tightening things up.
4 game points to go 3-2 up. And that would be a formidable position. And that's where the world #1 finds himself. 1 game away from seeing off this French foe. who has been such a challenge. For Felix Lebrun, he has to take this into decider territory.
C'est parce qu'il fait que du mot unité pour l'instant. Et il va faire du... Là, il commence à faire du coupé, et puis après, c'est ton service. Remets des services dans le revers. Un petit peu. D'accord. Le long que tu as fait au début, c'était très bien. Il faut le refaire. Le long un peu coupé ici, c'était parfait.
中间的正手的一定要给自己的出去，好吧？包括对他上来打没打是没问题，人家打得好嘛，有本事全打这种球，对不对？可以现在自己说，就是提醒自己专注比赛，冷静，啊，脑袋清醒，啊，很好啊，快快。
Wang Chuqin, 3-2 up. These two, funnily enough, in their six-match previous history, have never played a match that's finished in 6. Famously in Vegas, they went to 7 and Chuqin won 4-3. Now, I know you're going to say Chuqin probably now is the favourite to get this done in 6, right?
He is the favourite. But there's so much respect between these two. And they're both so good under pressure, you just don't know what way it's going to go. This stage can bring out the very best in you or the very worst. With all the pressure, it can make you or break you, and right now it's making both of these guys. Oh, Felix off the bounce down the line.
Oh, God. If he wins this, we're going to look at 2 moments when he walks off with his hand raised high, clenched fist, and say that was why he won. He had no right to win that point. Felix was seeking the kill, but he was killed.
And it's in moments like this where LeBron's mind may begin to wander back to that second game, where he'd taken the first, where he was steamrolling through the second, where he had a big lead. To go 2 up. Is there any way back here? Will we see what we saw in Vegas?
At the moment, that looks unlikely because there are few in the world as good as Wang Chuqin as getting on top, getting in your face, rubbing it in when he has an advantage, and he's doing that right now. He's making his move right now.
Can't believe that he missed the backhand. Wang Hao, one of the best pen holders ever. I'm not sure if he's ever seen an RPB better than Felix Lebrun. Imagine how he must feel seeing this young Frenchman with this style take on his best player.
Well played. Felix is furious. He felt he gave that up. Tried to play a heavyish push. Tried to play a heavyish push.
That serve, Felix wasn't convinced it would come long. He acted too prematurely, and that's what the Wang Chuqin serve does. It's impending doom, it's ominous, and LeBron frustrated in hindsight.
He's got to get it out of his system. Because at the moment, Chuqin is riding this huge wave of emotion all around this arena. Focus. When you see Wang Chuqin pushed, you see a player who appreciates it. He revels in these situations. Just like the very best in the world in any sport, he wants to be challenged to the limits of his endurance. And now, maybe a decisive call. Timeout. They had it up their sleeve, and the two roles now get together. Will they make a run? Timeout taken to stymie a little recovery from LeBrun. Back from 5-1 to 5-3.
Oh, it's a streaky little streak from the streakster. LeBrun with what? 3 on the bounce. Bounces like a panther. How quickly he can move, accelerate from a standstill. Oh, the left leg slipped a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah. He puts it into that uncomfortable area again, and he's getting closer now. Closer to overcoming a formidable challenge.
He dumps the serve of LeBrun.
This has been so incredibly absorbing that we haven't even really looked ahead. We haven't dared to think beyond this match.
And what this emphasizes is a French-China rivalry that has lasted 2 years. You're looking at the two teams that faced each other in the World Final back in Busan. And the French team now is even stronger than what it was.
But you do have to look forward. And it's Darko Jogic who awaits the winner of this match, which at the moment looks like it's going to be Wang Chuqin, because he's 2 points away now from extending his winning record against Felix Lebrun. Or is he? Given what we've seen in this match, Fraser, you don't take anything for granted right now.
This whole match, Wang Chuqin has had to fight like he's the underdog in this clash. Now he knows he's the favorite. What does he do?
Let's find out. Oh, the net twice.
To chop that back with the backhand, with that level of quality, in a point that's as good as a must-win, is outrageous from Felix Lebrun.
This is huge. Make this and he's nearly there. Oh, and he is just, it was better from Felix on receive this time, but he can't convert. And look at that face, even he now feeling the immense pressure of this moment. 2 match points.
Nine, 10.
But LeBrun, whatever happens now, has enhanced his already stellar reputation.
What a serve, what a serve, and what a backhand from Felix Lebrun. From the depths of despair.
Simply phenomenal. To deuce we go.
And the French phenom has a game point to send this into a 7th.
From match points, saved.
11 all.
This is almost unbearable. Reaction from Felix then. And again, he's on the brink. And again, Felix must dig deep. Must find something as he fights to survive.
I can't believe this. I just can't believe this, John. Shakespeare couldn't write it.
In a galaxy not so far away, a story's unfolding here of epic proportions.
Good modification from Felix Lebrun. It was an arrow of a long serve from Wang Chuqin.
To game point we go again. But now he serves, and he's conjured up some beauties lately. But this time, it's Chuqin who is resolute. Match point again. He went long!
15, 14, then, and the match to 1-2, 1-2, 1, 4-2.
No need for words. No need for words. The reaction of the players tells you all you need to know. And Wang Chuqin, a gentleman, acknowledging with Nat Molan, with Felix Lebrun, that they have just created something beautiful.
When these two retire, bury them together. These two have just written a story that we never wanted to end. And Wang Hao has seen it all, close to tears.
Look at these images, beautiful. What a selection of shots to tell the story of a point to end a classic. They didn't need to go to 7 to deliver one of the all-time great matches in recent memory. It happened in 6, it finished 15-13, 4-2. It could have been anything, that match. And these are the numbers, but that was an occasion that was about genius, about emotion, about character, and consequence as well. We'll draw a breath and we'll look back at the many, many magical moments that we've just witnessed.
Nine all. 2-6. Seven all. So that's how it ends. And that tells you that Wang Chuqin progresses to take on Darko Jorgic, and that there's just one spot remaining. Yes, there is a LeBron in the quarterfinals. It's Alexei, and he'll find out a little later this evening whether he's taking on Shunsuke Togami or Ugo Calderano in his quarterfinal.